Real men with money do not care about gold diggers. That is something that someone told me, and it's stuck with me. Because it's always men that don't have money that are constantly worried that they are going to be used or that some gold diggers after their wallet. It's like they're not looking for you.
So why would you make a video like this? Why would you make a video about how real men with money don't care about gold diggers if you're not one? The caption of this video is "Red Pill Ruins Relationships." Here we have a woman who says, "I lost my great man to red pill content because he thought I was a gold digger." Keep watching though.
I lost the guy that I loved and cared about to red pill content. Before he started watching this content, he was a sweet, nice man who treated me well and was charismatic, funny. And the moment he started watching this content, he completely changed. He started calling women. He became very, very angry almost all the time. And then eventually he ended things with me because he thought I was using him for money. Now, granted, there was one time where I did make a joke about how I wanted an old guy to take care of me, and I quickly regretted it and said I was sorry. But I still cared about him. I would drive 30 minutes every day to see him. Like, it wasn't just about the money. Because he's watching.
But it was part of it, right? Which is okay when it's not most of the reason you picked that man. But something tells me it's actually the reason you picked that man. And he caught on to it. Let's keep listening.
All this content, he thinks that all these women are trying to use him and all that stuff. And so he had a loving girl that cared about him and loved him and like would stick by his side through anything. And then he eventually said this to me, and this was the final straw. Now, when I first started talking to him, not that it mattered, but he was over 270 pounds when I started talking to him. I did not care about his size.
You cared about that wallet.
He then lost weight and then started fat shaming everyone around him. And today, actually, he said this to me. He called me a broke and then said that I would ease back on the food. Your stomach's getting a little big. And
that's not cool.
And I've never, my whole life, had a man speak to me like that. And here I was the week before going out, and I was gonna go buy him a present for his birthday. And for him to turn around and call the girl that cared about him and loved him and fat, when he's like one of the only guys that I've been with. In the beginning, it was totally opposite. He would compliment me, tell me how pretty I was, and laugh and make jokes, and like, just this content, it just ruined him. And then I went on his page before we unfollowed each other, and I saw he was reposting like Andrew Tate and like David Goggins, and like almost all of his reposts were that. And then
how did David Goggins get thrown in the mix? I guess it depends on, how you define red pill, right? Which we're going to get more into that.
That's how I found out that he was in this red pill rabbit hole, and now I connected the dots. I lost the guy that...
Ah, man. Okay, so here's the thing, right? The reason why a lot of people, I'll just speak for myself, the reason why I don't use the term red pill much often is because I first have to know, well, what do you mean when you say red pill? Because red pill is sort of morphed into a whole different definition. For example, if she was to ask me, are you red pill? And I said, yes. She would say, oh, so you hate women? So ask me the real question that you really want to know. Do I? No, I don't. Did your ex? Probably not. All right. I don't know him personally, but probably not. Here's what happens. I'm going to try to say this quickly because I really want to show you guys that this chick is only upset that she lost her sponsor, her financial sponsor. Quick break here to talk about the sponsor of this channel, fathershaverights.com. One of the expert attorneys in our prenup guide explains a dangerous myth, which is that a lot of people think that you don't need an experienced attorney to draft your prenup. Some people even try to draft their prenups themselves and are shocked when the judge throws that prenup out in court. At fathershaverights.com, we've made it easy to learn how to get a prenup. Our expert attorneys explain everything in clear easy to understand language. Click the link pinned to the top of the comment section and join the hundreds of men protecting their future marriages the right way. So most men grow up getting told lies about women. And one of the biggest lies, there's a lot of them, but one of the biggest lies they're told is that being a nice guy, going out, being a people pleaser, being highly agreeable, if you could be that nice guy that always compliments, that always buys flowers, never pushes back, well, that's how you get the girl. Be nice. And eventually you find out that that's not true. And this isn't just unique to a specific type of relationship. No, this is true across the board. If you're a man who goes out here, puts women on a pedestal and tries to people please, then you will have trauma, disappointment, and low self-esteem awaiting for you in your future. Now, of course, the answer isn't for you to be toxic. The answer isn't for you to go around smashing every chick that you see and being irresponsible. No, it's for you to stand for something. It's for you to mean your yeses and your nos, for you to have a value set and system that you live according to. And when you disagree and your value system may clash with someone else, you can say, hey, I believe what I believe respectfully. And it doesn't matter how pretty that chick is, you're still able to stand your ground. Women find that attractive. But when men finally get to that realization, it can be disturbing. And there are a lot of disturbing things. One of the things that's the most disturbing is that you look at your past and see how you've been mistreated because you thought the game was I people please and I will then earn what I want, which is a good relationship, or I will then earn attraction. And a lot of men in that situation start to really pay attention and realize, wait, I do all this giving, everyone's taking. Even the woman who I'm in a relationship with, what does she do for me? When you finally tally up, am I getting what I really want out of this exchange and what I value? You realize that you are being used and abused. You've been used and abused. And it's that realization that triggers what a lot of people see is anger, frustration, and what used to be called red pill rage. Red pill just meant the truth, right? The truth about female nature, the truth about male nature, the truth about life in general. Well, Chisha, are you saying that men should stay upset? No, the goal is to actually transition out of that. The goal should be for you to eventually be indifferent, to accept life for what it really is. How long will you be angry about the lies that have been told to you? No one really knows how long that process takes, but the goal should be for you to get to at least accepting what the situation is. Let's check out a few of these comments. I'm sure it's other chicks who can relate. Top comment here says, girlies, make sure you check to see if your man follows Hoodville. There's no way. There's no way. Or City Boys. Major red flag. I could take this a little bit seriously if these chicks didn't look like they belong on all these pages they're clowning on. I mean, we have a Botox chick here. She has Botox. They all look like the type of chicks you'd find underneath the comment section of a Justin LA Boy post. Let's see. Somebody responded back and says, I argued with my ex about following these pages in 2018. Imagine how much worse they've become. Somebody else here says, Andrew Tate is cringe, but nothing wrong with David Goggins. From what I've seen, not that it excuses his behavior. Let's see what people have to say in response to David Goggins. Somebody else here added, David Goggins is just like the other red pill guys. Probably because he exudes masculinity. Somebody else who says Goggins is the tip of the iceberg. Damn, this is how they feel about him. Here's somebody else who says, hell nah. David Goggins is inspirational in a fitness and motivational sense. I don't know what he says about the social stuff. Well, this might be also inspired from the whole deadbeat fake allegations, by the way, of the daughter who he gave over $1 million to in child support. He had to address that. The daughter specifically said she never wanted to see him again, so on and so forth. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know for sure. But all things masculine, these chicks will be against. Someone else who says the fact that he lost himself by watching Red Pill means he was weak to begin with. Okay, so the dudes who simp on you, those are the strong men. You guys see how that works out conveniently? And by the way, this doesn't mean that I agree 100% with Andrew Tate. I said that in my last video. So there are plenty of things when it comes to family, when it comes to faith as a Christian. There are things I look at that he does and he values. I say, yeah, that there goes against my values. Now, I don't think somebody should be offed because of their opinion. I don't think words mean violence, right? I can sit there and say, okay, but when it comes to feminism, when it comes to intersexual dynamics, when it comes to the importance of a man having a purpose in his life, I definitely agree 100% with most of the men who they've mentioned. Somebody else who says, girls stand up, you dodged a bullet. Here's another person who says a good man is immune to that content and has his own morals and life values. This is insane. We're about to see the largest demographic of single, unmarried women we've ever seen, ever. Somebody else who says, you didn't lose him, he lost you. Okay. So here's a follow-up video I want to show you guys that says what red pill content is doing to young men. I want to play this one, but I think I should play this one first. This one will show you who she is, right? Because she says he left her because he thought she was a gold digger. Let's check it out.
Real men with money do not care about gold diggers. That is something that someone told me, and it's stuck with me. Because it's always men that don't have money that are constantly worried that they are going to be used or that some gold diggers after their wallets. Like, they're not looking for you.
So why would you make a video like this? Why would you make a video about how real men with money don't care about gold diggers if you're not one? I mean, this video was filmed months back.
They are not dating you. They are not in your vicinity. You have nothing to worry about. Men with money already know that's what women want. What woman doesn't want a millionaire boyfriend?
But red pill content, right? That's what messed you up.
That's what women are attracted to, and men with money know this. It doesn't matter. Real men with money do.
Oh, man.
I cannot date a man that likes red pill content. Because red pill content is ruining the lives of young men. A lot of men are so afraid of being labeled a simp. They don't want to be labeled a simp. That they will not treat a woman well. They won't even compliment a woman. They won't even be nice to a woman because they are so afraid of being a simp. The last guy that I talked to was an avid...
I'm nice to my wife. There are plenty of married men who you would call toxic and evil, who are very nice to their wives, their girlfriends, their woman. It's just not you. What is it about you that makes men say, no thanks?
Red pill watcher, and he was the same man that friend zoned me and wanted me to chase him, and and I was wondering, I'm like, where is this jadedness coming from? Why is he talking like this, acting like this? And he was watching that red pill content. And I'm telling you, it's keeping you men single. It is keeping you single. Half of the men that make this content are single men, or men that do not have a happy, healthy relationship. It's keeping you men single.
It's another young woman who's experiencing what it's like trying to date young men today who fall into the red pill trap. These men feel like even being kind to a girl is simping. And because they're so afraid of disappointing the other men in their life, they're so afraid of disappointing the red pill creators that they follow, they absolutely shoot themselves in the foot in the dating market. Listening to guys who are unhappy, are miserable, and don't have anyone that they love in their lives. You wouldn't listen to somebody who's broke for financial advice, so why would you listen to somebody who doesn't have any kind of loving relationship? How to get a woman, how to create a relationship that's going to work for you. You wouldn't watch a cooking show from someone who doesn't know how to cook, but you guys are watching these guys tell you this bullshit, and they don't know how the fuck to get a girl to even like them. So stop ruining your own lives for the sake of these fucking guys that you don't even know.
Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link pinned to the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.